This video will walk you through putting markers on the actor with a Vicon 53 marker setup. We will start from the head and work our way down the body. The first marker is called the aerial marker. This is placed on the top of the head and slightly offset to either the left or right. The next two markers are the front right and left head markers. These should be placed above the temples. The next two markers are the back left and right head markers. You place these right above where the back of the head and neck meet. Next is called the clavicle. You can put this marker right at the top of the suit. Below this marker is the sternum. Find the pit between the abs and the chest. The next two markers go on the back of the actor. The first is the C7 marker. This goes at the top of the suit on the spine. Next is the T10 marker. This should be parallel to the sternum. The next marker is the front shoulder. You need to find the pit in between the chest and the shoulder. There should be little movement on the marker when the actor moves their arm. The placement for the back shoulder marker is much the same. You need to find the pit between the shoulder and the back with little movement to the marker. After you place both the markers, they should be close to the same level. Next are the elbow markers. We have two markers for the inside and outside elbow. Have the actor fold his arm back. For the inside and outside markers, you can feel the bone that the elbow rotates on. Be sure to place the markers there and verify that there is little movement by having the actor move his arm. We then work our way to the wrist. Have the actor rotate his wrist up. Be sure to place the markers on the two bones right before the bend in the wrist. We then need two markers for the hands. First is the outside hand. This goes right before the knuckle on the pinky finger. Next is the inside hand, which goes right before the knuckle on the index finger. We now move to the waist. Have the actor find their front hip bones and place the marker slightly above those 2 points for the front waist markers. Next, we are going to place two markers on the side of the waist. Here we are trying to maintain the same height as the front waist markers. The last two markers go on the back of the actor, again slightly above the two bones on the back waist. We now move to the knees. Have the actor lunge forward to find the pivot point for the inside and outside knee. These markers should be parallel to each other after you place them. Now we move to the feet. The first marker is the ankle. You want to place this marker on the outside ankle bone. To find the placement for the next two markers, if your actor is barefoot, you can feel for the inside and outside bone right before the big toe and little toe. If the actor is wearing shoes, you can have them put their weight on their toes, and you will see the crease in between the toes and the rest of the foot. Place the marker right before the crease on the inside and outside of the foot. Next is the heel marker. Make sure to not place this too close to where the ground and the marker will hit. The last marker is the toe. You place this right on the end of the foot. The last 8 markers are what we call offset markers. Each of these markers has a left and right side. We want to make sure that the placement of these markers is slightly different for each side. We start with the upper arm. This goes between the shoulder and the elbow. Notice the difference in placement for these markers. Next is the forearm, which is in between the elbow and wrist. We work our way down to the legs, and these markers go in between the waist and the knee. Lastly, we have the shin markers, which go in between the knees and the feet. The last thing we're going to put on the actor is a rigid object plate. This helps the system define the actor faster, and in cases where you have multiple actors in a scene, it will help with determining which actor is which. Now have one last check to be sure that you have all 53 markers placed on the actor. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please email support@vicon.com.